Hey everybody, it's Alex. I'm going to talk to you today about how to make a podcast on GarageBand, the app. So this is GarageBand. What it looks like is an orange guitar. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. You might have some other screens that'll pop up at the beginning showing you, some of the overview of GarageBand. But we want to get to this this main screen here where there's probably some examples, or there might not be anything. Down at the bottom you've got recents, and also you can browse through some files. You can search if you want to in the upper right hand corner, but the big thing we want to pay attention to is this plus button to get ourselves started on a new podcast. So I'm going to hit that. Then it's going to take you into a new screen that will show you lots and lots of different options. If you want to do strings, bass, these are all synthesized instruments that are built in. You can even do external instruments if you want to. But since we're doing a podcast, we're going to go all the way over and find ourselves audio recorder here. And we are doing a voice, so we're going to select voice, not instrument. If you were recording an instrument, you could do that, but we're going to do voice, so we'll select that. It's going to take me in to the main screen here for GarageBand. There's a whole lot going on in here right now, I'll tell you. You can mess around with these controls if you'd like to on the bottom. If you have headphones plugged in, work with those on the side. If you are using a plug-in mic, you can also use that over there. There are also some other options. If you hit fun, you can use other I can't think of the word right now. You can use other filters for your voice. Don't stress about that right now, though. But what we're going to do is basically just give you a couple little tips. Up here in the upper kind of right-hand center side, we're going to be turning off this metronome. The metronome, if you don't have that turned off, you can hear that there's clicking going on. That metronome is just to help if you're doing music, but if I turn that off, then I don't have to worry about it. It will still count us in, you'll be able to hear, but once we're recording, there's no clicking going on. So make sure when you do that, you turn off the metronome. Other big thing to do is this plus button over here on the right hand side. We're going to select that. Right now it says that we have this whole entire song or this podcast being 8 bars long. That's a problem. We don't want to have it be 8 bars long. We want to have it be as long as we can have, as long as we're going to go for. So we're going to turn on automatic right there. Those two big things are the main things you have to worry about when you're creating a podcast. You don't want to have wood clicking sound for it like a metronome, and you also don't want to have to only go for 8 bars. So now the next thing we're going to do is use the red button at the top, and you can see that this arrow that's going back and forth is where I will record from. I'm going to start at the very beginning, so I'm just going to hit the record button. Give you an example. Hey everybody, this is Alex. I'm doing a podcast today. I hope you'll enjoy what I have to bring to you. There we go. There's my recording. You can see that there are sound waves in this blue right here. You can see that I've recorded. I'm going to listen back to it now. Hey everybody, this is Alex. I'm doing a podcast today. I hope you'll enjoy what I have to bring. Okay, so the nice thing about that is that the sound is good. When you're doing a podcast, one big thing to pay attention to is to know where the microphone is on your iPad. I'm going to give you an example now. I'm about a foot away from my iPad. I'm going to start there and then I'll move closer. This is me sitting about a foot away from my iPad in front of the screen. I'm going to move closer to my microphone. Now I'm next to my microphone. I am speaking directly into the microphone now. This is me about 4 inches away from my microphone, talking into it. I'm going to move even closer now. This is me talking right into my microphone. I am about a centimeter away right now. Now, what you probably noticed is that there's difference in the volume and quality. This is me sitting about a foot away from my iPad in front of the screen. Okay. I'm going to move closer to my microphone. Now I'm next to my microphone. Hear the difference there. I'm speaking directly into the microphone now. This is me. Okay, now pay attention to the big waves that are coming up. It's going to be real loud and overdriven. Into it. I'm going to move even closer now. This is me talking right into my microphone. Notice the difference in how all of that sounds when you record your voice for a podcast. know where your microphone is, be close to it, but don't be too close, don't be too far away. Make sure you know where the microphone is on your iPad when you're recording. Those are the basics of how to record your voice for a podcast. I've got another video out that will help with adding music in, adding other elements in. Just a couple other little things here to help out. This button that is the back arrow will take you back to the beginning. The play button is next. Other things, pay attention to these three little squares up here. If I tap on the one on the left hand side, it's going to take me back to my options for recording. I can add more of those in. If I tap the one in the middle, it's going to get rid of elements or make it so I can see them down on the bottom for whatever instrument I have there. And also this one on the right hand side is basically a mixing option, so you can make your voice louder or quieter, whatever you may need. Anyways, there's the basics of how to create a podcast. Hope you guys enjoy that, and yeah, take a look at the other one if you want to add some other elements in too.